Alright, I think I remember how to do this. Hey everyone, I guess you wanted to find out what's the latest regarding the story, the update, the news regarding my car accident and the outcome of my car. Well, I do have some news to share with you, but I have several things to cover with you, so just bear with me. I'm going to try my best to get through this in one take. And this is actually my first video since the accident, so I might be a little bit rusty. First things first is make sure you watch to the end, because I do have some good news, a special announcement I'm going to share with you at the end of the video, which is separate from this topic. So once we cover this, I will get to that and share it with you. So I'm in a vehicle, but no, it's not my vehicle. It's not my Escape. This is actually my rental. I'm going to try my best not to do but I am rusty. So, okay, let me try and get this in order. So the accident took place November 5th, chasing 425, the Blue Beauty. And today is November 19th, exactly 2 weeks later. So that Monday, I got this rental car. Thankfully, my insurance had rental coverage up to 30 days, and I lucked out. I got nearly a brand new car. This is a 2022 Volkswagen Tiguan, I think you pronounce it as. And when I say brand new, I got it with just like 300 miles. It's practically brand new. It's got that great new car smell to it. And although I'm not a Volkswagen guy, I would never go out and buy one for my own vehicle, but I have to say it's pretty nice. It's got a lot of bells and whistles. It's got a big touch screen. I could link up my phone Android Auto to it, so I could play my Sirius XM, use the navigation. It's got heated seats, car starter, a huge, gigantic moonroof on it. Just really nice car. Leather, a little bit bigger than the Escape, but not huge. It's got one thing I'm not used to, though, is it has the automatic shut off. When you come to like a red light, it shuts off until you take your foot off the brake pedal, starts back up. And at first I was hitting the button to override it because I didn't like that feature, but it actually helps with gas mileage. So I guess that's how a lot of new cars are now. But I do have this for a while longer, so I'm enjoying it while I do have it. So as we saw in my video, which if you didn't see, you can find a link down below, but when I explained what happened with the accident, my vehicle got towed to a collision facility or collision center down in the Tamaqua area. I got in touch with my insurance company beginning of the week. I think it was like closer to midweek, and I had to give a recorded statement as to what took place. Basically told them what I told you guys in that video as to what transpired. Then I had to get permission to release the vehicle from that current facility. Sorry about that, I had a cough. Then I had to give my insurance company permission to transport the vehicle from where it was to another facility that they work with to do their analysis or inspection, whatever you want to call it. So gave the recorded statement, gave permission, and by the end of the week, the car was transported. I was then contacted by that facility to come there and basically just go over the car again, make sure I didn't miss anything as far as contents. I actually forgot to check my center console. I forgot a pair of my sunglasses, some of my business cards. Just nothing super important, but just a few more things I missed. Just because they weren't sure of the outcome yet, and they just wanted to make sure I had everything I needed. So it was nice of them to reach out and give me that opportunity to go there and give it a final once over before anything was determined. So the biggest thing is the waiting game. And anyone who's been in an accident and had to go through insurance companies, I'm sure you could agree that it's sometimes troublesome with the period that has to permit for things to take place, for things to start rolling, start moving. And the lack of communication sometimes makes it even more stressful. So to bounce back a little bit, as far as me physically, I am perfectly fine. As I did explain in that video, that I did have some soreness, some stiffness, some bruising on my knees from the airbag. One thing that did take place afterwards, actually developed a pretty good black and blue mark right here from the airbag. I didn't feel any pain at all, but a big black and blue mark did form days later, and it's just barely there now. Knees are better. Soreness and stiffness went away after about the third or fourth day, and as far as I know, RJ explained too, he was just sore and stiff for a few days. So we didn't require any further treatment or hospitalization or getting checked out. Things just kind of went away on their own, which is good news. So at least health-wise, we're in good shape. So as you guys also know, is that, you know, my Escape I've had for several years now. I've had so many memories tied to it, and I absolutely love that vehicle. It's been so reliable. It's taken me anywhere I wanted to go and then some. I've never had any major issues with it. I have so many memories tied to it, both with my family, with friends, doing drive streams. And it's a vehicle I plan on keeping for at least another year or so. I didn't want to get rid of it just yet. Although it was getting up there, a little bit in age and miles, it wasn't on the outs whatsoever. I keep it in great shape. And anyone who's been in my car knows I keep it as clean as I can. It's like a new car still, which is good in my favor when they do the estimate on it. And I was very hopeful and wishing that the car would get repaired and come back to me. That was what my primary focus was, is just get the car back and kind of move on, let it be behind you what took place, and just keep going with that vehicle. As some days went by, I had more time to think about it. I started thinking maybe getting the vehicle back might not be the best option. And the reason I say that is because there is some decent damage to it. And cosmetic wise, I'm not super concerned. I know they would take care of that. It's more the performance engine wise. My concerns is that it might not come back the same exact way of when I had it. And what I say is, like, I had no leaks of fluids, no funny sounds. It ran like a brand new car. I always took really good care of it, always up to date with oil changes, any necessary repairs. So I was worried that if it came back, is either going to have an issue or an issue would develop from the accident. There's like a hair floating around. So that was my worry. My concern is that I might get it back and then have to dump more money into it just because unknown, unseen problems may, come to the surface. So I'm thinking, well, I do want it back, but is that really the best option for me? Ultimately, it's not my determination. I don't make that decision. I gave my recommendation to my insurance company saying, yes, I would like it back if possible, but if it's not possible, then it's just not meant to be. So coming up to where we are now, just a few days ago, other than communication back and forth with certain things through email, I did finally get a phone call from my adjuster that they did make a determination. And they came to the conclusion that the vehicle is totaled. It's not able to be repaired. It's going to be too costly to repair it. So obviously that was not good news. Although it's not a shocker, it's not what I wanted to hear. But at least it's news. It's better than waiting, not knowing anything. So I'm not getting the vehicle back, and it's basically a closed chapter at this point. What happened, happened. I can't take it back, can't do it over. And I'm not getting the vehicle back, so there's no point in getting all upset, all worked up over it. It's just something I need to move on with, like everything else. As I've said time and time again, change is inevitable, and holds true with this situation right here. So the vehicle is going to be, gone forever, and I'm sure people will pick it for parts because it was in really good shape. Everything else was good on it, except for the front end and a lot of pieces of the motor and stuff like that. So where does that leave me? Well, the car gets paid off, the money that I had left on it, and I get the difference back. But the market right now is not favorable for buyers. I'm not about to rush out and get a vehicle and spend thousands more than what a vehicle's worth just to get a car. I'm not without a car. We do have Jill's car, and I do have my truck, and I'm okay for now. I had this for another week or so, and once they give it back, I'm not going to be without a vehicle. I have also a ton of e-bikes and scooters if I need to use those, but joking aside, I do have vehicles that are going to keep me, going where I need to go. So my plan is just to wait until see if the market calms down closer to springtime. I'm going to give it a few months to weigh my options. I do have a few vehicles in mind that I'm looking to maybe get into. One of them is, yes, another Escape, of course, but I'm also looking at other options and some options I never considered before, just to kind of see what's out there, what is going to be best for me, for my family, and my needs. So I have some time to shop around, do some reviews, do some research, and I'm just going to be patient. That's the thing I've learned to do the most this past year or so, is that patience goes a long way, and it's going to work out in the end where I get to start a brand new chapter, make new memories with a new vehicle, and hopefully not ever repeat what happened again. With that being said, RJ's truck, I know, did have to go in for an estimate. What he told me is that it was just the bumper and I believe the hitch area that got bent or damaged. So it's nothing super significant, no frame damage, which is good. and hopefully his truck won't be down for long for repairs, but it's still drivable, so he's not going to really be out much at all. My insurance is taking care of it, so it's nothing out of pocket for him. And in the end, like I said, it's not great news, but it's news, and I guess this is what was supposed to happen. Even though I don't know the reason why, it happened this way, and I can't, cry over spilled milk. You can't put it back in the bottle, so to speak. So I guess between now and then, I'm just going to enjoy this while I have it, and I'm going to be using, my other means until I decide to get a new vehicle. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy brand new or get pre-owned, but when the time comes and I find the vehicle and the price is right, I'll know it. You just get that feeling that, all right, this is what's calling my name, and hopefully it'll be a purchase that I'm going to be happy with. It's always a gamble with vehicles. I've had so many vehicles since I was driving, and some of them have been bad, some of them have been fantastic, but you never know what you get, and you can only hope that it's going to be a good, safe, reliable car. Between now and then, though, I do have a lot of catching up to do as far as filming, getting out back, doing adventures and exploring, and providing entertainment for you guys. I now have a winter list that I'm working on because now that the seasons have changed, the temperatures are colder, leaves are down, foliage has withdrawn. I do have several locations I'm going to be working on. Some of them are revisits that you asked me to come back to. Others are places I've never been before, but I'm sure you're going to definitely appreciate me going there and taking you there as well. But the revisits you've seen from this past summer, others you've seen from past years. So just stay tuned for those. As far as the news I want to share with you, the news is that, as you know, I don't do a whole lot of live streams anymore. I've only done one so far this year, which was Bernie's Model Train Show. Last year I did one or two, which was a train show and something else. But one thing I loved doing, though, in the past was live streaming the Peckville Christmas house. That, in my words, is the best Christmas house in Pennsylvania, at least in this part of the area, northeast Pennsylvania. And I didn't get to go there last year because, as we know, I was in the hospital from just after Thanksgiving till almost Christmas time, so I didn't get to even see the house in person last year. And the good news is that RJ, although he got there last year with, I believe, with Dan and Ellen, he said, let me know when you're going. I want to come with you because we always talked about, well, I should say he talked about coming with me to see it, together, just to kind of hang out and experience it together as friends. So he will be joining me as well, which is going to be great to have him there too. But more importantly, I'm going to be excited to share it with you because this is his biggest year yet. Each year he gets bigger and better. And this year he has over 2,600 blow molds. And when I say he's got such a unique collection, you can't really put it into words. You just have to see. So I'm going to be doing at least an hour live stream, doing a nice slow walkthrough to show you what his display is like with lights, with blow molds, and just to kind of get you ready for the Christmas spirit, for the Christmas holiday, and to kind of pick up where things left off from previous years of doing his house. I've been in talks with him. I've done shorts for him so far, kind of leading up to this. And I'm going to get the final details as to when I will be going live. So make sure you do check my Facebook page and my community post, where I will post the date and approximate time that I will be there going live. It's going to be definitely later evening, and will be at least an hour long, but we'll do a nice walkthrough and just take it in together and see what his place is all about for those who can't get there and see it for yourself. With that being said, though, thank you everyone who has reached out through the comments, through messages, through any way means that you have done, to express your concerns, your well wishes, your support of the situation. It means so much. I know people have been through a lot worse, and I definitely don't want to take anything away from them, but this being my first serious accident in 41 years, it was something for me, and thankfully things are working out as we're supposed to. Physically, mentally, I'm okay, and the car, for the most part, is a done deal. We're in the final stretch now, so just thank you again, everyone. It means a lot to have your support, and you guys are just such an awesome community to be there. And that's why I do this, is to keep you guys informed. You guys take the time and effort to show your support and concern for me, and the only thing I could do is just to return the favor to you guys by keeping you updated and informed, because I know a lot of people have reached out and left comments saying, hey, let me know what happens. I'm curious, I'm invested, I'm involved, I want to know what the outcome is going to be, whatever it is. And that's the whole reason I made this video, just to kind of keep you guys informed and up to date. So a lot's going to happen over the next few months, both good with the videos and adventures and projects, and not really not so good, but just a pause right now for vehicle shopping. I'm just going to take my time with that. So all I can ask you to do is just to stay tuned, to keep tuning back for the adventures. I do put out at least 2 videos a week, if not more. And I always do share updates on my Facebook page. So if you don't follow me there, you can find the link down below. I do share posts, videos, and photos that don't always make it to my YouTube channel. So if you want to stay up to date on other things related to what I'm doing with my channel or other places I'm going, stuff like that, feel free to follow me. It's free and doesn't cost anything. So that's a win-win in my book. Anyways, guys, take care, everyone. Stay safe. And more importantly, thank you once again for everything. It means so much to me, more than I can express into words. Like always, everyone, I'll see you real soon in the next video. Take care.